North West revealed what looks like a new piercing to her 19 million followers. The 12-year-old took to TikTok to show off her sparkly blue nail set and henna tattoo. But what drew the most attention was her
finally responded to all of the drama surrounding her 12-year-old daughter, North West. And now people are even more madder at Kim Kardashian. After North West has 2 new piercings, people are now even more madder at Kim Kardashian. After now seeing that North West has a surface finger piercing, and I just found out what a surface finger piercing is, then this has to be the most painfulest piercing ever.
Okay guys, grab your drink, because the internet is once again losing its mind. And yes, it's over North West. Specifically that finger piercing that recently resurfaced online, and everyone's going crazy. People were debating, dissecting, zooming in. But the loudest reactions? They weren't from the fans. They were from Kanye himself. If you've followed Kanye over the years, you already know this is exactly the type of thing that sets him off. We're talking strict rules, conservative boundaries, and a long history of him clashing with Kim over North's style, her makeup, and public appearances. So when this piercing popped back up, it wasn't just a jewelry moment, it was a full-on emotional earthquake. So stick around, because the story behind this is way deeper than any tiny piece of metal.
Chaotic Bottoms says, North has such great style. Where is she pulling her pieces from? I never thought that at 10 years old, my daughter would already be stealing my clothes.
Oh! North! Hi, North!
You don't have tattoos anywhere?
No. Honey, would you put a bumper sticker on a Bentley? We have lots of TikToks.
I feel like I could be Batman. I feel like you could be Batman. Anybody could be Batman. You just gotta get the gadgets.
So you know my name is Northy. What are those? These are clothes. What are those? These are clothes. Wow!
Let's break down the moment that had everyone clutching their pearls and refreshing their feeds like it was the Super Bowl halftime show. North West, the eldest and already iconic child of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. She was spotted sporting what looked like a finger piercing, and the internet did exactly what the internet does: absolutely explode. Now, to be clear, this wasn't the first time North pushed the boundaries of "is she too young" discourse. People still remember the time she wore a fake lip ring, which Kim later had to confirm on social media because fans went full-on detective mode. And because North is basically Hollywood's mini fashion revolutionary, anything she wears, from Crocs with spikes to leather looks to diamond-studded outfits, instantly becomes a trending topic.
Proving to be just like all other tweens, a little rebellious.
It's like her world.
The 12-year-old and her pals serving up shocks on TikTok, sporting temporary face tattoos, fake piercings, colored contacts, and blacked out teeth.
And then I'm like, okay, we're never wearing that again. Unfortunately, we made that mistake in front.
But this finger piercing was different. It resurfaced through fan-taken videos and reposted clips where North was casually showing off the jewelry, clearly unbothered and living her best preteen creative era. It looked edgy, modern, very Gen Alpha rock star coded. But of course, half the internet was like, yes, queen, self-expression. While the other half went, Kim, why does your 11-year-old have a piercing? It became another cultural split, the same one we always get whenever North appears. People who celebrate her artistic upbringing versus people who think the Kardashians are letting kids grow up too fast. And because this is North we're talking about, the commentary wasn't just loud, it was too loud. But there was one missing piece that added gasoline to the conversation: Kanye West, the man who famously shut down North wearing makeup, the father who fought against North being on TikTok, the parent who regularly advocates for protecting his children from the industry. So when this piercing clip resurfaced, everyone started asking the same question. Where's Kanye? And how mad is he right now? Spoiler alert. The answer? Very.
Temporary face tattoos, fake piercings, colored contacts, and blacked out teeth.
And then I'm like, okay, we're never wearing that again. Unfortunately, we made that mistake in front of the whole world.
Yeah, Kim might need a Call Her Daddy Part 2 to react to this one.
She's so creative.
Before we get into Kanye's alleged reaction to North's finger piercing, we need to understand one thing. Kanye West may be unpredictable in public, but when it comes to parenting, he's actually extremely predictable. Not in a bad way, just in a very I have rules and you will follow them kind of way. And that's exactly why this whole piercing situation blew up the way it did. First, there is no confirmation statement from Kanye about the specific finger piercing moment. He said nothing publicly, no podcasts, no rants, no surprise paparazzi sound bites. But here's where it gets interesting. Even without a direct quote, fans, insiders, and people who followed the Kardashian West timeline immediately knew exactly how he probably reacted. Because Kanye has a well-documented history of clashing with Kim over North's image, her style, and what she's allowed to do. Let's go back a few years. On Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim revealed that Kanye didn't want North wearing makeup, not even playful kid makeup. Kim said North loved experimenting, sparkles, bright colors, fun looks. But Kanye pushed back hard, insisting she should wait until she's older. That already set the tone. Kanye equals strict boundaries. Kim equals creative freedom. Then came the TikTok saga. When Kim and North launched their joint account, it became a whole spectacle. Fun videos, cute dances, glam moments, behind-the-scenes vibes. The internet loved it. Kanye, not so much. He went public multiple times saying he didn't approve, that his daughter was being exposed to the world too early, and that parents should have a say in how their kids appear online. He even demanded North be taken off social media entirely unless he consented. This is important because it shows a clear pattern. Kanye reacts strongly whenever he feels something is too grown or too public for North. So imagine his energy when fans started circulating clips of his daughter with what looked like a piercing. Even if it was temporary or decorative, the symbolism was enough to trigger him. And then, behind-the-scenes whispers started circulating. A few fan accounts on X and Reddit claimed that Kanye was furious when the piercing resurfaced because he wasn't informed beforehand. Some even alleged he found out through social media, his worst nightmare, considering he's long accused Kim of making decisions about the kids without him. Honestly, that tracks. Kanye has repeatedly stated he wants to be part of every major decision regarding his children. What they wear, where they go to school, what they post, who they're around. Even Kim has admitted they sometimes clash because Kanye wants to enforce traditional values, while she leans into self-expression and individuality. So did Kanye really freak out over the piercing? Well, we don't have his actual reaction recording, but based on his track record, from the makeup ban to the TikTok meltdowns to the interviews where he's begged for more parental control, the reaction makes complete sense.
Kim Kardashian has finally responded to all of the drama surrounding her 12-year-old daughter, North West, and now people are even more madder at Kim Kardashian. After North West has 2 new piercings, people are now even more madder at Kim Kardashian after now seeing that North West has a surface finger piercing. And I just found out what a surface finger piercing is, and this has to be the most painfulest piercing ever. And on top of all of the ear piercings you can see, in this photo you can clearly see the surface finger piercing, where not only are these super hard to maintain, as they are constantly hooking on clothing and getting infected, and even more sadder for North West, since North is being exposed to so many chemicals and products at such a young age. A lot of people are saying that it will cause long-term effects on North, as North still walks with pigeon feet and knees that clang together. Now, a lot of people are saying that Kanye was right, and a lot of people are saying that she looks about 6 or 7 years older than her actual age of 12, and this is where it gets even more insaner. Last night, Kim Kardashian and Saint West went on Kai Cenat's stream, where Kai Cenat's bestest friend Rakai asked Kim Kardashian how old is North West. Kim responded that she was 12, and her face was not happy. Is Kim a good mom?
It wasn't just a piercing. To Kanye, it was another reminder that North is growing, experimenting, and being influenced by the world he spent years trying to shield her from. And trust me, the tension that follows moments like these, it's never just about jewelry. Now, to understand why this whole piercing situation even turned into a debate, we have to zoom in on Kim's parenting style, because this Kardashian sister operates very differently from Kanye. Kim's approach with North has always been rooted in creative freedom, self-expression, and giving her kids the room to explore who they are, even if the internet isn't always ready for it.
She's so creative and she's so amazing. And she'll be like, Mom, I saw this and I don't really care that they don't if someone says they don't like my blue hair.
Though we have a feeling she okayed the posting.
You know, I feel like my parents were a little bit more strict on me wearing makeup at that age. So as long as we keep everything clean and don't make too much of a mess on things, I am fine with her expressing herself and having fun with it.
From the moment North could pick up a makeup brush, Kim noticed that she had a spark. She's talked openly about how North loves playing with looks, experimenting with colors, and raiding Kim's closet like it's her personal playground. And while Kanye shut down certain things, especially makeup in public, Kim has consistently said she's okay with North expressing herself at home. Glitter, lip gloss, black eyeliner during playtime. Kim never made it a big deal. To her, it's just creativity.
Chaotic Bottoms says, North has such great style. Where is she pulling her pieces from? I never thought that at 10 years old, my daughter would already be stealing my clothes. She really has the best style and she loves to go vintage shopping. She pulls a lot from my closet and from her dad's closet. I didn't pull anything from my mom's closet, actually. But what Courtney and I did, this is so mean. She walked in once and we were putting our names on her shoes. And she's like, what are you guys doing? And we're like, well, when you die, we'll know who gets what. She was 30. But it's crazy that North gets it so young and just picks out the coolest stuff that I have.
And honestly, you see that philosophy everywhere North goes. Take her fashion sense. North is not dressing like a typical kid. She's wearing oversized jackets, leather fits, Crocs with spikes, vintage tees, platform boots, the whole vibe. And Kim, she just lets her rock it. She posts North's outfits, celebrating her stylistic choices, and even encourages her to design clothes. Kim knows her daughter has inherited the creative genes from both parents, and she leans into that.
North really seems to have the Hollywood bug. Do you think she's the one that's going to just continue with the family business?
I think she will. I think it's just in her blood and who she is and what she loves to do. Yeah. So it's, a fine line as a parent to figure that out together.
To guide her.
Yeah.
You need to have some loyalty. When mommy talks about people, you can not do that. Why would you tell Angie Kevin I hated her outfit?
Kim was telling me all night, she's like, no, it's great. Your look is great. I love it. And then North and Penelope were in my room after, and I go, oh guys, who was your favorite of the night? Then they were like, you were actually our favorite. And I was like, oh my God, stop, really? And they were like, yeah, we really loved yours. You were our favorite. And I was like, your mom said she really liked my look too. And she goes, she was lying. She told me she did not like your look.
Then there's North's growing influence in the entertainment world. She's been on stage with Kanye during the Vultures tour, performed in front of massive crowds like it's no big deal, and has gone viral on TikTok more times than we can count. Kim clearly supports that. She's the one managing the joint TikTok account. She's the one filming their mother-daughter videos. She's the one captioning things like My Little Artist. Kim sees it as harmless fun and a way for North to explore her passions.
So you know my name is Northy. What are those? These are clothes. What are those? These are clothes. Wow! Yay! I love you, Penelope. This I love you.
This becomes even clearer whenever Kim responds to criticism. Anytime people accuse her of letting North grow up too fast, Kim always emphasizes the same thing. North is creative, confident, and expressive, and she doesn't want to dim that light. She believes kids should have space to discover their identity, especially in a household where creativity is literally the family business. To Kim, it's not about being grown, it's about having a voice. But of course, this is where the contrast with Kanye becomes more obvious. While he leans into restriction, Kim leans into exploration. Kanye wants boundaries. Kim wants expression. Kanye sees protection. Kim sees independence. They're parenting from opposite ends of the spectrum, and North is right in the middle, navigating both influences. So when that finger piercing resurfaced, Kim probably saw it as another harmless moment of self-expression. Meanwhile, Kanye, he saw a symbol of everything he's been trying to slow down, and that's why the tension hit so differently. To really understand why North's little finger piercing, real or not, could send Kanye into a meltdown, we need to look at the long, messy, emotional charged history of Kim and Kanye's co-parenting. Because, trust me, this piercing didn't happen in a vacuum. It sits on top of years of disagreements, public meltdowns, and two parents who love their kids but see parenting through completely opposite lenses. Let's go all the way back to the beginning of the tension. One of their earliest co-parenting clashes was over North's use of makeup. Kim openly said that North loved experimenting, especially during events and photo shoots, but Kanye insisted it wasn't appropriate. He pushed for a complete ban, and Kim confirmed she respected it, though you could tell she didn't personally agree. That was the first real preview of how different their parenting philosophies were. Then came the situation that caused a whole internet civil war: North and TikTok. Kim and North launched their joint account in late 2021, and it instantly went viral. Cute transitions, dressing room clips, behind-the-scenes looks. North was a natural, but Kanye hated it. He publicly accused Kim of exposing their daughter to the world without his approval. He posted screenshots, made emotional pleas, and even demanded in interviews that North be removed from TikTok altogether. Kim, on the other hand, defended the account as a supervised, creative outlet that made North happy. This wasn't just a disagreement, it was a full-blown co-parenting crisis. Another moment that exposed the cracks: Chicago's birthday party drama. Kanye went on camera claiming Kim hid the address of their daughter's birthday celebration from him. He said he was being kept away, that he was begging to see his own daughter. Kim's sources later denied it, saying he was always invited, but the damage was done. Fans saw a father who felt powerless and a mother trying to avoid escalation. Regardless of who was right, the takeaway was the same: communication between Kim and Kanye was fractured. Let's not forget the long-running issue of school choices. Kanye has repeatedly expressed frustration about where the kids go to school and has pushed for alternative schooling methods, including his own Donda Academy. Kim, however, prefers stability and routine. This became another argument Kanye made public, saying he felt shut out of decisions. So when North's finger piercing resurfaced online, it wasn't just a piercing, not to Kanye. For someone who already feels excluding from parenting decisions, a piercing becomes symbolic, a sign that North is growing up, making bold choices, and being influenced by environments he doesn't control. Their kids, especially North, are navigating two worlds: Kanye's desire for privacy and purity, and Kim's world of glam, exposure, and creative freedom.
Where are you going? Oh, did you just step out of
You
the
look
90s?
cute.
Oh my God, how old are
Wow.
you? You look like a teenager. Wait, come here.
Wow.
Girl.
God bless.
I love you.
Lip gloss.
Mm.
You need a pimple patch.
Pimple patch?
No, you need a pimple.
Oh, I need a pimple patch. Oh, rude. You know, I've been used to this kind of honesty my whole life. Sometimes I just want people to lie to me and just be nice.
Bye.
Bye.
I love you.
So this tiny piercing, it represented independence, image, influence, everything Kanye has been afraid of losing, and that's why it has hit so hard. At this point, North isn't just Kim and Kanye's daughter. She's a full-blown public personality with her own loyal fan base. her own aesthetic, and honestly, her own era. And that's exactly why this piercing moment carried so much weight. North isn't in the background anymore. She's front and center, and she's growing up in real time right in front of millions.
Oh!
North!
Hi, North!
North!
Let's start with her online presence. Even though her TikTok account is technically a joint one with Kim, we all know North is the star. She calls the shots, picks the trends, approves the sounds, and serves chaotic Gen Alpha energy in a way that the internet just eats up. Whether she's doing makeup tutorials, giving sass, making fashion videos, or dragging Kim in the funniest ways possible, North has built her own digital voice. People don't tune in for the Kardashian brand. They tune in for North. Then there...
Pimple patch! Pimple patch! That's what you said! Pimple patch! Pimple patch! Pimple patch! Pimple patch!
It's Met Monday, and this is my 10th Met, and it'll never get old.
You know, I might not love your necklace or your outfit, but I'm just trying to support you because, you know, whatever you like, you know.
It's like I'm being punked the night before the Met, getting read for filth by a 9-year-old.
Hi, Bubs. That face!
I love it.
What? That's the first time I've ever heard you say you love it.
Listen, you were very positive. That's why I brought you into this conversation. You were very positive when you saw it.
I like the pearls. I just don't like that it looks like from the dollar store.
What the heck is he wearing? You want to stand out and everything, but blue?
And you can't really take it seriously getting roasted by a 10-year-old, you know? So I never do, but it stings a little.
Then there's her connection to Kanye's world. North joining Kanye on stage during the Vultures show was a turning point. She wasn't just performing, she was commanding the vibe. Rapping.
I love it here, we is your bestie, Miss Westy. Don't try to test me, it's gonna get messy. It's gonna get messy, just bless me. Bless me. It's your bestie, Miss Westy. I just can't wait to be here.
Rapping, dancing, hyping the crowd, wearing the custom Yeezy aesthetic. It wasn't a bring your kid to work day moment. It was North stepping into a legacy role, almost like a mini Kanye stepping into the spotlight. And don't forget fashion. North has attended fashion weeks, sat front row, and even critiqued looks like she was born for this. Designers and celebrities treat her like an industry figure, not like a child tagging along. Her style? Edgy, experimental, sometimes shocking. It's all uniquely hers. She isn't copying Kim. She isn't copying Kanye. She's building her own lane.
Pete Davidson. Hate it. Hate it. You're going to the Met Gala, Pete, not the gas station.
This independence is exactly what complicates things for Kanye. He loves seeing North on stage. He's proud of her talent, but he's also someone who cares deeply about controlling his kids' image, how they dress, how they're portrayed, what the public sees. Watching North evolve into a mini celebrity with her own identity means he can't fully shield her the way he wants to. So when the finger piercing resurfaced, to the world, it was just North being North. To Kanye, it was another sign that she's growing, experimenting, and stepping further into the public eye, a spotlight he both built and fears. When the clip of North's finger piercing resurfaced and the rumor mill started spinning about Kanye being upset, the internet didn't just react, it erupted. And what made it even more chaotic was how divided everyone instantly became. It was like the comment sections turned into a mini debate court, where people picked a parent and fought like their lives depended on it. On TikTok and Reddit, you had one group saying, Kanye is overreacting again. These are the people who feel like Kanye turns every small thing into an emotional crisis. They pointed back to the TikTok disagreements, the makeup ban, and the birthday party drama, saying this is just another example of him wanting absolute control. Some comments basically went, bro, it's a piercing, not a contract with a modeling agency, and kept it pushing. Then you had the opposite side, the he's just being a protective dad crowd. These people argue that North is growing up in hyperspeed, and that Kanye is one of the few adults in her life trying to slow things down. They pointed out that the entertainment industry can be harsh, and it's understandable that Kanye wants to preserve North's childhood. Their vibe was more like, let the man be a father. And of course, we can't forget the people who framed it as a co-parenting issue. Comments like, this is why co-parenting with Kim is difficult. Or Kanye just wants to be included, but Kim moves on her own. The public's reactions are heavily influenced by which parent they favor. Kim's supporters see self-expression, freedom, and harmless fun. Kanye's supporters see boundaries, protection, and values. And because both parents are polarizing in their own ways, every situation becomes a referendum on who's right. On top of that, there's the image war. Kim's side is polished, curated, PR filtered. Kanye's side is raw, unfiltered, emotional. So when something like this piercing happens, people perceive it through two completely different storytelling styles. One controlled, one chaotic. And honestly, that's why the discourse gets so loud. It's not just a piercing, it's the clash of two worlds, and the internet loves choosing sides. At the end of the day, this whole finger piercing freakout wasn't really about a piece of jewelry. It was about parenting styles, identity, and the pressure of growing up in the spotlight. North is finding her voice, Kim is letting her explore, and Kanye is trying to hold on to the innocence he fears she's losing too fast. Trust me, this won't be the last time their two worlds collide. If you want more deep dives and fresh tea like this, be sure to stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe.